The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974 was banned in certain countries all across Europe, including in Finland from 1974 to 1996 for its graphic violence. Asterisk, the movie was initially released in the UK and ran for a full year in London, but it was then banned for 25 years. The British Board of Film Classification even banned the word chainsaw from appearing in movie titles during that time. Asterisk, Tobe, the movie's director, disagreed with the ban, stating that there's relatively little blood in the actual film. He went into detail about one scene in particular, when the character Pam is hanged on a meat hook, saying, "You don't see penetration. You don't see blood splatter. There is the shot when she's holding onto the hook and the camera pans down her body and she's over this wash tub. There's no blood running from her body into the tub, but you know what the tub is for." And a lot of people swear that they saw blood because they know what it's for. And the wash tub comes out again later so as not to ruin the carpet when they're in the dinner scene. Snow White 2025 was banned in Lebanon because it starred Gal Gadot. This wasn't because of her acting. It was because she's Israeli-born and served a mandatory 2 years service in the Israel Defense Forces. Lebanon actually has an Israel boycott list, which is why a lot of movies starring Israeli-born actors aren't released there. There was also a rumor that Snow White was banned in Kuwait because it featured Gal Gadot, but that was proven false. Queer 2024 was banned in Turkey for its provocative content. The LGBTQ+ film starred Daniel Craig and Drew Starkey, and it featured brief full-frontal male nudity, which was very odd. Asterisk, the film's director, Luca Guadagnino, addressed the ban, saying they banned the movie because they said the movie was creating social disorder. I wonder if they've seen the movie or if they are just judging it by the outline or, let's say, the facetious stupidity of some journalism focusing on James Bond going gay. Monty Python's Life of Brian 1979 was banned in several different towns across the United States because of its controversial themes about Christianity. Asterisk, this movie was also banned in several countries. For example, Ireland banned it from 1979 to 1987, and Norway banned it for a full year until 1980. The studio even used these bans as a way to promote the film. In Sweden, they added the tagline, "The film's so funny that it got banned in Norway." Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse 2023 was banned in the United Arab Emirates, Egypt, and Lebanon for featuring a single animated frame with a trans flag on it. Asterisk, the trans flag appears very briefly in Gwen Stacy's bedroom, and it reads, "Protect trans kids." Unfortunately, there are extra strict guidelines for films in some countries, especially for movies with kids as the target audience, which need to abide by local customs and values. Barber 2023 was banned in Vietnam because there's a scene that features a map with the 9-dash line, a controversial divider used by China to represent its territorial claims in the South China Sea on it. Several countries disagree with China's territorial claims, so this isn't the first time a depiction of the 9-dash line has led to a movie being banned. For example, in 2019, the animated film Abominable was banned in Vietnam, and the Philippines government also called for a boycott of the film. Lightyear 2022 was banned in several OIC Organization of Islamic Cooperation member states, including Egypt, Indonesia, and Saudi Arabia, because of a brief same-sex kiss between two characters. Asterisk, Disney originally cut the scene entirely because of this backlash, but it was ultimately added back in after a group of Pixar employees spoke out in opposition via an open letter to Disney. Alternate versions of the scene were then released in certain countries, like in Russia, where the word girlfriend was changed to partner. Asterisk, here's a snippet from the open letter to Disney, which you can read in full here. "We at Pixar have personally witnessed beautiful stories full of diverse characters, come back from Disney corporate reviews shaved down to crumbs of what they once were. Nearly every moment of overtly gay affection is cut at Disney's behest. Regardless of when there is protest from both the creative teams and executive leadership at Pixar. Even if creating LGBTQIA+ content was the answer to fixing the discriminatory legislation in the world, we are being barred from creating it. Eternals 2021 was banned in Saudi Arabia and Oman because Marvel's first openly gay superhero, Fastos, had a husband in the movie and shared a kiss with him. It was also banned in Kuwait and Qatar, presumably because those markets have historically had a problem with the depiction of gods and prophets, i.e. things they consider blasphemous. 50 Shades of Grey 2015 was banned all over, like in Kenya, Papua New Guinea, Zimbabwe, and the United Arab Emirates, for featuring strong sexual content. The United Arab Emirates National Media Council actually proposed that a shortened version of the film could be released, but the studio would have had to cut 35 minutes of inappropriate scenes to make it happen, so they instead just pulled the movie entirely.